Doubt doesn't always emerge from clear evidence of someone's wrongdoing. More often, it springs from the narratives we spin in our heads about how people might behave. Before letting suspicion take root, it helps to slow down and ask ourselves a simple question. Have they actually done anything to break my trust? Or am I replaying old fears? This moment of pause creates space for perspective. When we step back and look at the facts, we often discover that our concerns are built on echoes of past hurts rather than on present reality. When we allow unwarranted doubt to linger, it chips away at the foundation of any relationship. A small insecurity voice once can grow into an unspoken wall, transforming routine conversations into tense negotiations. Over time, even kind gestures can be twisted by our own skepticism. What began as a friendly check-in becomes proof of someone watching us too closely, or worse, plotting against us. In this way, doubt embeds itself like a silent saboteur, steadily weakening the bonds we've worked so hard to build. Trust, by comparison, is surprisingly resilient, but it still requires patience and gentle care. It doesn't form overnight when thrown at someone like confetti. Instead, it unfolds gradually, through tiny acts of faith and vulnerability. Picture entrusting a friend with a single flower pot rather than your entire yard. If they water it, prune it, and protect it from frost, you learn something crucial. They value what you value. Over weeks and months, that single pot can multiply into a small courtyard of trust, earning the right to grow into something larger. Yet, offering trust can feel risky when we've been burned before. It means letting go of the safety net of doubt to give someone a real chance. If we hold back too long, however, we send a different message, that we believe they're unworthy of our belief. Without that initial step, others never get the opportunity to demonstrate their integrity. In effect, our reluctance to trust becomes a self-reinforcing cycle, ensuring that relationships never deepen beyond the surface. At the heart of bridging this gap lies honest conversation. Silence breeds imagination, and imagination can turn harmless actions into hidden motives overnight. When something feels off, naming it gently and openly dissolves the phantom fears that flourish in the dark. Admitting, "I'm worried because I haven't heard from you in a while," give the other person a chance to explain, reassure, or apologize. Their response then becomes real information to guide your feelings, rather than wild guesses spinning out of control. Even with clear communication, doubt can persist when we expect others to mirror our own thought processes exactly. We each carry unique life stories, values, and impulses, so our default reactions aren't universal. Instead of assuming someone would handle a situation the way we would, we benefit from curiosity. What was going through your mind when that happened? By seeking to understand their worldview, we replace mistrust with empathy, building a bridge of mutual respect that doubts cannot easily cross. Finally, many of us carry old emotional wounds that shape our present doubts. Past betrayals, disappointments, or losses can leave lasting impressions on how safe we feel in new connections. Facing those wounds through self-reflection, journaling, or professional support doesn't magically erase them, but it helps us recognize when we're reacting to yesterday's pain rather than today's person. As that healing unfolds, we find ourselves viewing others more generously and candidly, free from the shadows cast by former hurts. Learning to trust again doesn't mean ignoring risks or believing that everyone will act perfectly. It means giving people a chance to show up while staying mindful of our own fears. With patience, clear dialogue, empathy, and a willingness to heal, we can transform doubt from a barrier into a natural checkpoint, one that leads us toward deeper, more authentic relationships instead of locking us behind walls of suspicion. Subscribe for more.